that there's a reason for the way things happen, and whatever has happened in the past has created the situation now for you to be able to step into your power more and more. We have a beautiful energy for you here. Again, Pisces, no one else has received this card in my life purpose readings for this time period. So it says, focus upon your strengths, Apollo. Again, we have the strength card here. So there has been a great need for you to understand your strength and what that means for you. It'll be different for everybody, Pisces, but I feel for you it's especially concerning your emotions, understanding how much strength you have in your emotions and your mastery of your emotions, and that your emotions are your guidance system. Really, they're how you sort of navigate the world here. All right, so let me just take in these energies for you, Pisces. Wow, this Apollo card is so strong. It's so vibrant. It's really driving you into your creativity. I feel like I'm really drawn to the sacral chakra here, and this idea of like creativity, passion. You're a very creative sign, and I think that you've been re-energized, and you're realizing your strength is your ability to be emotional, to draw upon those emotions, to create the things that you like to do, Pisces. It's really cool energy kind of feeling as I feel it here for you. Okay, let me start at the top though. So we have the Two of Raphael, we have the King of Raphael, and or the Knight of Raphael, and then we have the King of Ariel, right? So we have two court cards. So there could be two individuals. One could be a water sign, one could be an earth sign involved here. It could be a work situation. It could just be in your personal life. And it could just be you harnessing your emotions here with this Knight of Raphael, and as well as this King of Ariel. But whatever has been going on, you feel quite a flutter, it looks like. And with the Two of Raphael, it looks like you are either partnering with someone romantically or in business, and you're on the same page, or you are reconnecting in a way that you feel stronger because you have that strength card beneath it. The text of that card says, two hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. I love this idea of creation here because I was talking about your creativity here. Kindred spirits, don't give up on those you love. And then we have the Knight of Raphael right here in the center, this lovely energy, romantic, dramatic, poetic, introspective, committed romantic relationships, being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. Like there's all this sort of emotion that's going on here during your life purpose and career reading for October, November, December 2016. And I think what you've been through has given you such an insight into the different layers of your emotions. You know, a lot of times, you know, we are aware of these these emotions that are kind of up here. They're more up for us. But then, you know, going deeper, we understand the depths of them, the different ways that they play out within our psyche and in our world. And I feel like you've gotten a lot more in touch with that, Pisces. Not that you haven't always been very emotionally savvy, but just I feel like there has been something going on where you are feeling more aware of that than ever before. And then we have this environmentalist right here in the center, and the environmentalist is kind of mimicking the color-wise this Knight of Raphael, and even in the way it's depicted, this knight on this horse, and they're going in the same direction. Again, looking a little bit towards the past here. The emotions, you're still picking up on that, and it's bringing you forward into the present here with this environmentalist card, and how you have a sense of play in your environment. And there may be like an even greater urge, an impulse during this time period to connect with nature more and more. The text of the card, Pisces, says, you're an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and the animals. And so you may be feeling more of that impulse as you kind of go forward. And as you know, you're just revealing this sense of purpose and fulfillment from within. You don't need to seek it outside of yourself. And I think you're understanding this, and you're beginning to reveal it more to yourself, just how deeply you do care about the environment. And not just the environment in terms of the earth, but your own personal space is what I'm also getting. Like, it's important to you to feel good in your personal space, to feel uncluttered or to feel cluttered, whatever is right for you, Pisces. But I feel like you're getting more and more in touch with your own strengths and what makes you feel happy and grounded and fulfilled, right? Because you're focused upon your strengths. I feel like this isn't just so much like to be aware of or to focus upon the things that you do well. It's about focusing on the things that you like, is kind of how I'm feeling it for you. Focus on the things that you enjoy. That's kind of more revealing of who you are and what your sense of fulfillment is, what your sense of purpose is. It's about focusing not only on the things that you're good at, but the things that you like, the things that you enjoy, the things that make you feel creative and passionate. You know, there's all this fiery energy coming up here for you. So, and this environmentalist for you is also just about play, like feeling that sense of joy, like you're skipping through your environment. And I really feel like it's about a lot of it has to do with your personal environment, as I'm feeling it for you, not just necessarily outdoors, although for some of you that will be the case here. But I'm just kind of really getting that for you. Okay. And so then as we're kind of, so we have all these emotions, all of this understanding of what makes you feel creatively alive, what makes you feel passionate coming in. Again, it could be an individual that you've reconnected with romantically. It could be a partnership. It could be a partnership in business. It's going to be different for everybody, but these are the emotions, right? So we're looking at these are the energies, and we're looking at the energy. It's going to play out differently for everybody, Pisces, as you well know. But, you can begin to kind of identify these energies in your own life and understand how they're working for you and the ways that you can kind of play with them and navigate them, right? And then we have this King of Ariel. So it's really interesting because it's going right above the study card. So it could be an individual, as I've mentioned, an earth sign, or just someone representing this sense of strength and solidness, this stability, right? The text of this card says, successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. Your plans are working out perfectly, or working out very well. Professional and financial success, using resources wisely. So it could be just that you're feeling that way. It could also just be an individual who has these qualities, or you're feeling these qualities. You're feeling successful. You're feeling stable. You're feeling more accomplished and more powerful because you're understanding your strength, right? We have this idea of strength coming in twice here. Just let me just take in the energies of this card a bit more for you, Pisces. I feel like there's a sense of satisfaction here as well. Like you've worked hard and the material, again, it goes back to your environment. Like your material world is sort of taken care of, is how I feel about this for you. Going back to this idea of your own personal environment, what you'd like, what makes you feel strong and stable and secure within your own environment. Do you like a lot of clutter? Do you like things bare bones, nothing around? Do you like color? Do you like the color white? This kind of minutia in some ways is going to be very important to you during this time period. You're getting more and more in touch with what makes you feel good in the moment, in your environment, in your home, on your desk. All of that is up for kind of play right now, as I feel it for you. Okay, and then we have the study card. So both of these cards are very sort of more serious, I want to say, even though there's a sense of, I want to say, a little bit of smugness here, kind of a contentment with his material world. But there's also this underlying structure beneath it, right, of studying the things that make you feel more secure, studying the things that you're interested in, right, what you enjoy doing. Reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. There could also be an individual, because we are looking at court cards here, who represents more of this sort of patriarchal energy. Someone coming in, or someone who's around you, or maybe a departed loved one who you always look toward for wisdom, and you are beginning to feel his energy around you more. I do say male because it feels very male with this particular card. Although it could be a female who sort of has that more sort of masculine type of energy, but it's all about the wisdom and about this studying and considering where you want to go next. What are your strengths, and where can you bring them out more into the world? How can you master the thing that you're interested in? Reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. I'm going to get 3 more cards for you on this, Pisces. 9 of Raphael, your dreams coming true, and Justice. Things will work out in the end for you right here. For some of you, it may have to do with legal studying, because I have to say that with the Justice card, it can refer to the legal system. Fight for justice and equality. Rulings made in your favor. Don't give up. So the studying will could refer to that. But it's also with the King of or the Nine of Raphael. It's about those making your studying so that your dreams can come true energy. And then with the Emperor, again, it's about the stability and efficiency, which we've already talked about. You in your environment, especially in your environment, taking charge of the situation, ambitious plans. It goes to this feeling of stability here. They're very kind of similar energies here. So it could be an individual, once again, who's bringing this energy in for you, or it could just be you harnessing that energy. There are two major arcana cards that are associated with clarifying the study card. So that's some bigger energies and energetic patterns that are around that for you. I think you want things to be just and fair and right in the work that you're studying and the work that you do. And you want a sense of security and stability and structure around it. And because both of these major arcana energies are kind of about that, justice in terms of right and wrong, so to speak, and also structure, stability. And then I feel like that makes you feel like your dreams can come true when you have more of that in your life. You've had so many sweeping emotions up here, and I think that beginning to focus more on your environment, your particular environment, and the ways that you feel safe and that sense of structure and